Good afternoon on what is a cold, grey and cloudy day. It is Tuesday the 29th of November. I'm in the reading up with a nice hot cup of tea. And some parcels to unbox. So I'm going to start with this flat one, find out what this is. And inside I have got this, The Queen of Gold, Tales of the Pirate Isles. This is by Robert J. Schwalb, who a name you'll recognise from various fantasy titles, including the game for which this is written, which is Shadow the Demon Lord. Shadow the Demon Lord is a dark fantasy role-playing game with players given a lot of options, but quite structured options in terms of how their characters progress over the course of their essentially 10-level careers. This is essentially a pirate campaign for the game. There are lots of individual scenarios. There's a couple of campaigns, some short stories, some anthologies of short adventures, but this is a pirate campaign. So, unearthly storms gathers on the horizon. A new evil stirs in the east. In the unknown lands beyond the auroral ocean, a horror that promises to plunge the entire world into shadow. The Queen of Gold, Tales of the Pirate Isles, presents a complete campaign that takes a group of starting characters all the way to the culmination of their master paths. Essentially, player characters go through a series of paths. In the 11 adventures contained inside, the characters have to contend with being shipwrecked, fight horrors loosed from the seas, search for accursed relics, battle a dastardly pirate, and travel to the ends of the earth to confront the heart of darkness itself. The Queen of Gold also captures the unique, nightmarish visions of a whole stable of designers that include Robert J. Schwalb, Nat Webb, Robert Ducci, Jason Bowman, Greg Mark, Steve Kenson, Eric Kagel, Andrew Follett, Miranda Horner, Stephen Radney-MacFarland. So assemble your hearty companions and set sail for the Pirate Isles to find the fabled Queen of Gold. To use this product, you will need the Shadow of the Demon Lord and the Shadow of the Demon Lord's Companion. So, this is a campaign you can run from the core rulebook with the addition of the Demon Lord's Companion supplement. Oh, hold on. He's seen something. Have you seen something? No? Okay. We've got a couple of visitor cats in addition to this one living with us. And he gets a bit jealous. So, open up the side. Okay, this has come off Drive-Thru RPG, so done through Lulu.com. Sorry, not Lulu, through Lightning Source as their printer. I apologise, not Lulu.com. So we've got table of contents. All done on sort of like this faux kind of scroll work setting with introduction, is telling you what you need and the background and so on. And explaining, basically what the rules are used, the Pirate Isle setting, and the characters involved. So get everything up, done in a couple of pages and so on, and setting up the characters with background elements and starting equipment, and then getting them into the adventures with hooks and group size, essentially dealing with sort of like just the overview of the campaign and running it, including the rewards and what to do between adventures. So, without further ado, very quickly, we have the start of the first adventure, Night of Terrors. And this is essentially the way the player characters get shipwrecked, which is a great start because it's dramatic. You shipwreck the island and go, what's this mysterious island? It hides secrets, and we've got no equipment, so we need to survive. So there's a couple of drives there, sort of classic kind of drives, and the scenario itself is just the one. It's just a 2-page spread. That's it. It's a scenario you can play in a single session. And then we have Black for a Child again. Simple setups, just continuation, and playable in a single session again with this format. Then we actually get to go to sea. Grab a boat in flying colours. This is the next scenario. Again, this different author, Robert A. Schwalb, is the designer of Shadow of the Demon Lord, and this is by Nat Webb. The previous two were by Schwalb. And it continues onwards like this. I mean, just basically two-page spreads for each scenario. Typically accompanied by a nice piece of artwork, a bit of extra content. So for the background. So for let's have a look. Where were we? For the Idlewives, Earwives Lament, we have guidance on where to set the adventure in the little box there. Basic details on a falling bricks trap. And the thing is with this is that although it's set on Earth, the setting for Shadows of the Demon Lords, which is sort of like, I would describe it as if you wanted to write a setting that similar to Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, but definitely isn't. It's much more of an American feel to it, and it's fantasy. It's grim, it's gritty, but it's definitely influenced by sort of like the grim, dark feel of Warhammer. But the one setting you could put this into is the Freeport setting from Green Ronin Publishing. Freeport is the original setting for Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition. One of the first scenarios that came out for it was Death in Freeport. Nice little quick scenario. Introduce a pirate city, set up a mystery, and so on. Really nice little scenario. But there is a Freeport companion for Shadows of the Demon Lord, and since it's a pirate city, Freeport's a pirate city, and we've got Tales from the Pirate Isles. Bingo. So just continuing with these scenarios, lots, just going all the way through to the end. Again, not much to see in here, I suppose, because everything is brought right down to 2 pages, these 2-page spreads, which really makes them easy to read. In fact, this one I think differs and comes towards the end of the campaign because we've got no conclusion. In fact, it's a 4-page scenario, huge step up in terms of length and time. And I think that's the conclusion of the scenario. And they've got an appendix at the back of all the creature, the characters and cast that appear in the campaign. And so on. And that's it, really. But what you've got here is a mini campaign that you can run in more or less, I'd say 11. You've got 11 adventures in here, so 11 sessions at a minimum, probably more closer to 12 and 13, I think. Your players are not always going to be quite on the ball, but if you've got Shadow of the Demon Lord, you've got essentially a mini campaign which you can easily get out and start running, and you can run this sort of like intermittently. Here's the next episode in the Queen of the Gold Tells the Pirate Isles, or you can run it straight through as a mini campaign. So yeah, if you're a fan of dark, grim role-playing games and you want to try this out as a complete campaign, then Queen of the Gold and Shadow of the Demon Lord with this. Yeah. Anyway, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a package containing a book or game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a cat that is not ours. All right, yeah, and a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.